Teven, how do you feel being back at right tackle right now?
Feels good. You know, it's what I played mostly in college, so it is comfortable. It's nice, and I do look forward to keep on getting these reps at right tackle.
So do you think that will be your position this year? Your understanding?
From my understanding right now, as of right now, yeah, it is.
I mean, it sounds like you want that.
I play wherever they need me. Get in where you fit in.
How do you weigh the prestige of left tackle versus wanting to just find a place where you can contribute?
I don't really know how to answer that. It's coming. So basically, you're saying, how do I weigh? Can you ask it again? Sorry.
Left tackle is like the premier position on the offensive line. That's like the glory position on the offensive line, if there is one. Is that something that do you care more about just finding a place where you can make a contribution than you do about insisting and trying to be a left tackle?
Okay, yeah, that was better for me. Sorry, but yeah, for me, it's more about where can I be the best for the team, and what can I do, and what certain position is it going to elevate the whole offense for me. That's my personal thing about it.
When you say that as though that will be best for the team, that might also be best for you to be open-minded as an individual player too.
In a certain way, yeah, it is.
I mean, when you reflect upon your rookie year, obviously a roller coaster in a lot of ways. What do you take away from just the entirety of the experience?
You know, once we get to this level, one thing I did learn is you're not going to win 100% of the snaps. It's about how consistent you can be is how good you can be. And that's what you're trying to strive for all through practices and all these reps you're getting is how consistently good can you be? That's what the main thing I learned.
How much was your patience tested, I guess, first with the injury, and then second, coming back at a time where, the clock was ticking on the season, and I imagine the urgency to show something in 4 or 5 weeks was probably in the back of your head.
Yeah, it was a hard thing from me being out for that whole year before as well. I was out since October, had the surgery, and then I didn't have all those reps. But like you said, the urgency to come back and say that I need to be getting these reps, I need to show something that says I deserve to be where I'm at was very pressing to me, and was making sure my mental was good enough to push myself to be the best I could be out there.
To Dan's question, how difficult was it to come in at that point, rather than have the traditional ramp up of training camp that would naturally lead you into the start of the season, to come and make your NFL debut at that point and try to get ready leading up to it?
Well, yeah, it's like anything that when you're most comfortable. Say you outside like smoking food for a while, and you don't do it for a year and a half. You might have a little mess up. You might burn your food. You might do something like that. It's like trying to get back into the regularity of it and trying to figure out how can you get back there as fast as you can. It's just trying to perfect your stuff, all your stuff, your craft.
I like the barbecue reference. In terms of how you feel, when did you feel back to normal last year? Did you?
Back to normal 100%.
Yeah.
I would say, when did I come back? Week 12? Say around week 13, it started feeling good. Started feeling 100%. And it's still carrying. And a lot of things that's been helping that is me doing Pilates now.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to I'm name drop my Pilates place right now. Superior Pilates. I believe in Lake Forest. If you guys want a good workout, hit up Chris. Really good.
How long, when you line up in practice, you haven't put that down, but maybe when you do in training camp, does the thought of your back just leave your mind completely, or are you going to worry about it a little bit? Or?
I have no thought about my back. I trust everything that goes into it, especially, like I said, the Pilates part, making your core strong. As soon as you have your core strong, all that takes away from any back pain you would have. So I'm not worried about the back at all right now.
What's your outlook individually on the season? Healthy, you got an opportunity now to step in and this full ramp up as we talked about it. What does this chance here mean?
For me, it's about being as best I can be for the team. and how can I elevate my play from what I was doing from college, what I was doing last year, the last few games to now. So I'm trying to elevate everything about myself mentally and physically right now.
Does it feel like a major difference what you're being asked to do this year versus last year with the scheme?
Yeah, it is a big difference. It's a lot more faster pace, more up tempo, getting around, setting edges, all that stuff. And how that affects you is you got to slim down a little bit more and start getting I say more faster, a little speeding up in certain areas.
Is that a huge challenge to do?
What part?
Slim down, being more, I guess.
Oh no, well, I'm ready to slim down right now. I'm ready down to 325, and last season I was up to 345, and I got down to, I believe, at the end of last season I was 33% body fat, and now I'm down to about 24. So slimming down it's difficult, but you have to be disciplined in yourself to make sure that you stay on the right diet and make sure that your body does what it's supposed to do.
Teven, what have all the changes in the organization been like for you? When you have the coach and the general manager that brought you in originally, and now they're out in completely new personnel department, completely new coaching staff. What's that been like for you?
For me, it's about earning trust and earning their belief that I deserve to be on this team still. So I'm working for that trust. That's ultimately what I'm doing, and putting more of that trust that they have into me will make me feel more comfortable, and I'll start playing more comfortable, I guess. I don't know. But ultimately, to answer that, I am working for the trust and stuff like that.
What do you think you can show them to gain their trust here in this next, this next month, and then when you get into training camp, obviously, as well?
That I can play in this scheme. That's how you earn the trust. Don't get any NMAs and go out there and play as hard as I can.
What was the conversation like, or what went into the decision to move you from the left side to the right side?
I really can't remember. It was just more so of we had one meeting and he said, Teven, you're going to right, Larry, you're going to left. That's ultimately what it was.
And they left a little wiggle room for the possibility things could change, you said?
Yeah. Nothing's ever set in stone right now, so it's how it is.
Are some linemen built to play better, lighter than heavier? I mean, is that how much of a transition? How do you know that you'll be just as good as a light with less weight than as when you're bigger?
That's all the tell when we start putting on pads. Everybody knows that. It's how can he move with all that weight at 330? It's because you're going to be stronger with all that weight because you're going to be more stout, of course. But when you start losing weight, now you can say he's mobile. See how your strength transitions from that 330 to whatever weight you cut off at. That's where it goes to.
Having the edge or disposition that you kind of take out on the field, obviously Jermaine wasn't that much of a fan of it last year. Do you feel like this offensive line is going to be more receptive to that kind of attitude, that kind of nastiness on the field that you tend to bring?
I do think that, yeah. What's been shown so far in OTAs, I see the fire, all the fight, and all of the rest of the O-line. So I'm really excited for what's going to be coming up here in a couple months.
And is that something that you would take on? Would you like to take on that kind of demeanor as the O-line? Don't play with us, don't play with my quarterbacks, running backs. I'm here for all that.
Ultimately, yeah. But I don't like to talk about it. I like to do it instead. So it's a lot of things to be done instead of spoken for.
Do you like doing Pilates, or is that like torture?
You ever do a Pilates workout? It is. Yeah. It is. Oh my God. Oh, but it's good for you, so I'm happy to do it. And
Teven, you talked about slimming down and the discipline that goes with it. Does that mean you had to cut out some foods you love, or how did that diet go?
Yeah. There's a lot of things you had to cut out. So at dinner, I tried to cut out carbs. It's like anything it's how hard it is to cut out mac and cheese, rice. It's the perfect go-to when you're going with a meal. And you got to cut that out, so it's mostly protein and vegetables. But, anything like rice or anything I cut out. And I've been trying to cut out some more alcohol out of my system. So I'm trying to get more cleansed out, I guess. And also that does help with your body fat. Instead of drinking all that beer, all that fat just sits on you, so you just burn it off.
So you can still barbecue whatever you want.
Hey, it's not wrong.